Hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the 1591 Camaro video. The tune is 8888. It's literally just all 8. It's a big 8 ball. That's all you need to know. So I have 5 races in this. And again, they're very old. I mean, that 458 you just saw, that's not 1590. That NSX GT3 Evo up front, that's a Max Pro NSX. Well, obviously not Max Pro because Max Pro is 1682, but it was tuned on the Max Pro configuration. So, we all know the Camaro Independence Edition. You love it or you hate it. There's no in between. This car is absurdly overpowered. It's just really, it's there. This car has the best acceleration rate in the game. It has sharp drifting. This is all at Pro. It's a crazy car at Pro. I don't need to make a test to show you that. You should know this. So, at 8888, we only have about, what is it? We have 8 upgrades off of it being Pro. How funny. But does all right, give or take. I mean, the acceleration is still good. It's not as good as it should be. And as you can see, that didn't really help me pass this NSX, who the driver quit the game. So, yeah. And the drifting, while sharp, it's not. I overdid it. You can see. Man, I love doing these commentary videos unbridled, because I used to stop, but since I'm basically canceling these, I'm just not really putting much quality effort into these. So on to the next race. We have a Tech Rules. We have a V12 Speedster. That's our main competition this race. And he started up front, so he got a jump. And I struggled because, well, I had to pass an H2. I started in the 3rd row. So the V12 Speedster has a lead on me. So this car goes 265 miles an hour, which is normal for a 1590 multiplayer tune vehicle. It's about the speed of my Pagani Huayra and my Jaguar CX-75, which you might see in the future, but they won't be in this kind of style. So anyway, the V12 Speedster is long and gone away. Well, not really, but he is still up ahead, and I can't really do anything to catch him. The drifting, you can see it's not that bad. It really isn't. The car is really not that flawed. Its handling is a bit wobbly, but it's still not bad. This car is just kind of crazy. I've already said that like a billion times. And even with the Porsche 911 Year of the Rabbit Edition, which, frankly, I'm not going to call it that. Nobody is. But, yeah, the Porsche 911 is Special Edition. It's another Special Edition. So now 1770 is dominated by 2 Special Editions. But the Camaro is the better of the 2 SEs because it's got the better acceleration. And it still has good nitro, good not really good handling, but 911 doesn't have good handling either. So they both have, iffy handling. I don't know how the 911's drift is, but I know the Camaro has sharp drift. On to the next race on Dragon Tree. We got a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Not the Year of the Rabbit Edition, because, remember, these are filmed before that car was even drawn on a drawing board. And there's a few other cars. I think the 911 wrecked. I don't really know. Again, these races are so old, and I kind of want space on my phone, which is the main reason why these videos are coming out at long last. They should have came out, way, way before, but I got really lazy with them. And then I switched my content to more live commentary, which, in turn, basically made these videos just lost. But that's alright. They're here now, anyway. This is the last of the 3 I have. The other 2 being the Vantage and the Vantage. I don't know why I said the other 2. Other 2 being the 1680 Vantage and the 1770 Vantage. So anyway, because the 911 wrecked and everyone else is a 1550 car, I have a massive lead here coming to the end of Dragon Tree. The only way I could mess this up is if I missed the ramp, which I did not. The car did do a barrel roll, though, which is kind of interesting. And just like that, an easy first place, beating out some IDRs, H2s, and the 911 GT3 RS. Crazy, I know. On to the next race on the Westminster Bridge. We're starting up front, so you know what that means. The Camaro pulls away because its acceleration is crazy. And because it's not really that bad in anything else, guess what? I'm almost guaranteed a win. That's how the Camaro works at other ranks. At 1770, you can't just get a win off of starting first because everyone is driving Camaros there. And they'll end up crashing into you. So you have to watch out for that first. But at other ranks, unless you find another Camaro or maybe a 911 Special Edition, your Camaro is going to destroy everything. I had the car at 1670, and it was still winning races very well. It was not even 1680. It was 10 ranks off, but it was still winning because its acceleration was just that good. And as you can see, the acceleration hard carried me. It kept me in first the entire race with a gap between me and the competition for a nice and simple first place. Again, the competition was not that hard. We had MZ in his SCG and a 9X8. So on to the final race of the video on Orbital Loop. Formula E's are in this race. However, the Camaro is not problemed here either because of its good drifting. And yeah, the Formula E out-accelerated me, but he's also a Formula E, so he got knocked down. So, I mean, what do you want me to say about the Camaro Independence Edition that you don't know? It's a crazy good car. And here at 1590, that's no exception. It's still really darn good here. As you can see, I KD'd a Formula E. I'm pulling away with the lead. My drifting isn't bad, so I can take the corners on escape velocity with ease. This car is not flawed. It's ridiculous. I don't understand the balancing Game Loft does, but here we are. So yeah, this car is very good, and if you want to tune it to 1590, you can. But I wouldn't recommend my tune. The 8-ball is only good if you're trying to pro the Camaro. You can put it at the 8-ball, and then you can focus on getting more parts for it. But if you want a 1590 tune this thing, start by making the drivetrain and the suspension, or no, drivetrain and exhaust, fully pro those, and then from there, like, do some suspension and tire upgrades, and that should get you the maximum acceleration of this car at the same rank. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like it if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Asphalt 8 content. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.